Hey, what's up guys? Jake here with my part 2 of The Last of Us Part 2 theory. Spoilers for whoever hasn't played The Last of Us, and before I ramble on, let's just get right into it. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about was, it could be David could be making a return. David could be back with, The Last of Us Part 2. I'm not saying it is David. Well, as you know, Ellie beat the crap out of David. But it could be David's group. David's group could be in The Last of Us Part 2, and they could want revenge. They could want, well, they would want revenge after they kill their leader. Hold on. After they want their leader, because I am playing this right now. There could be revenge, and that's what, like, maybe had Joel die, because if you listen right here.
Infected. What? The girl. She's infected and she got out.
This is bad, David.
I need you to round up everyone who isn't armed and get them clear out of here. Find them.
I'll take the kids to the shelter.
Okay, right there. That's what I wanted you guys to hear. Because for this scene, if this scene right here, I bet you this made a lot of the unarmed people. This is all the people that were that lived in David's group. They got revenge on Ellie or Joel, and that's why she's going to kill every last one of them. Because that would actually be a very good theory. I just kind of thought of that yesterday. I feel like this right here. They come back and they try to get Ellie, and she escapes, and she figures out it's from David's group, and they try to attack her, and she's gonna kill every last one of them. Right here, this is my favorite part. This is what made this the best game ever. I just thought, like, the connection, everything was just so brilliant right there. Okay, for the next one, it is going to be about Ellie! Joel and Ellie's connection, for the trailer. The thing that I saw is that in this one, thing, it talked about, well, it didn't talk about, it made us feel that Joel and Ellie weren't really that, like, father-daughter like in this one, because in this one, at the end, it really felt like they were together, they were one whole piece, that they were the father and daughter like they never had, but in the trailer, it doesn't really look like that. It looks like that Ellie's off on her own, that she does not want to be with anyone right now, that she is very separate of herself. She wants to go her own way, and it looks like Joel is kind of like backing off.
Oh yeah.
And it just doesn't seem like that connection is really with them anymore. And it didn't really feel like they were together. And is that what they're gonna talk about? Is that like what what's really gonna happen? They're gonna have to talk about that, because it seems in this episode or this trailer that they were very distant from each other, and they did not want to speak to each other really, because as you know, Joel said, "What are you doing, kiddo? Are you gonna go through with this?" As in her, like, he's not really gonna do a lot. Well, he is starting to get older, but you know Joel will always help Ellie. But it didn't really seem like he cared too much anymore, or just like he was very blah about it. So I feel like that's what they might talk about.
Jackson
okay, for this theory, we are going to talk about Ellie's tattoo. At the very beginning, around the 1 minute mark, you see Ellie and you see that she has a tattoo. Now, what I saw, which I think was a really good eye by me, if you look at exactly 1 minute and 9 seconds, 1 minute and 10 seconds, you will see Ellie's hand is very, very red, her tattoo marking. So it probably means that she just had that tattoo not too long ago, and it probably means and for a tattoo, someone has to put it on you. So she was recently just with someone. And I do not think it was Joel. I think recently it was just like someone in Tommy's group, or like a group they were with, and that's what happened, and like that made them die. That's what the Fireflies came out and killed them. So, and it was just recent, so it was not too long ago, and that's what probably happened. Because if you, like I said, if you look at the 1 minute and 9 seconds, 1 minute and 10 seconds, Ellie's hand is red. So
He's gonna help us?
she just recently got that tattoo, or somewhere within that day, maybe 2 days, she just got it, and that probably means that she was with another group not too long ago. Okay, so this is a two-parter. The first one is about Ellie's bite right there. The cordyceps have mutated in her brain, and she's going to be immune. And people think that she is going to turn. In this, I do not see her turning. I really don't. I don't see her mutating into a cordyceps. I do not see that happening. What happens if I go back here? I've never been down here. But the thing is that I just do not see her turning into a cordyceps. People say that she could be a clicker. I just don't really see that. And the second part that I wanted to talk about is that she is going to find and she's going to kill every last one of them. That is what she said, and that was her very last words, and then the trailer cut off. So people think that it is the Fireflies, and it probably is, but for me, I'm going to try and think outside the box. I'm going to try and think a little bit more to that. It could be David's group. It could be someone else. It could be the cordyceps, actually. It could be the cordyceps. The cordyceps could have taken over her group. It could have done something terrible, and it could have it could have killed the entire community, and that's why Ellie is going to find and kill every last one of them. Or it could be the Fireflies killing the group, and she's going to find and kill every last one of them. David's group going to find and kill every last one of them. It could be anybody. I'm not saying it is particularly David's group or the cordyceps. It probably is the Fireflies, but it could be just a distraction. They show the Firefly the stop sign, and then they go into every dead person. So it could just be that they tried to conceive us, because if you know what happened, they said that we would not, that it looked like Ellie was right about to shoot Joel, and it turned out that it wasn't. So I think that it is just a conception, maybe. That could be a prediction, but that could just be one of my things. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for this theory, analysis, speculation kind of thing. I know I do NBA 2K videos, but this was the best game I've ever played, and I just had to get this out. I know it's been a few months since the trailer came out, and everyone's making all these speculations. I tried to be different. I tried to think of other stuff, but like everyone has gotten every single, like, down to the hands, to the window speculation. It was so hard to try and think of something. I tried to like think of like Ellie's mom. I haven't heard anyone say the 20-year jump about Joel's background. I thought that was pretty clever for me to think of, but I knew I was a little nervous because I've never done this before. I stuttered a little bit, like I'm doing a little bit right now. I was like very tense in this when I was doing this, and I just want to say thank you again, and I will definitely be doing The Last of Us. Right before The Last of Us Part 2 comes out, I will be doing the gameplay so I can like remember everything, remember what happened, and then I don't know, maybe next year in the summer, then The Last of Us Part 2 comes out, or in April, or whenever it comes out. I'll be doing it a few months before, because I'm not going to be doing it every day like I first played. I'm going to take my time try and go through stuff like this, but I'll probably be doing this maybe in December, and then hopefully I finish by like March or something like that, and then The Last of Us Part 2 comes out like April, May, maybe even June. I just want to say thank you once again, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on the next Last of Us probably in December.